I talked about the balance of powers in the last segment with Daryl Metcalf. It's a delicate balance of power. Legislative, judicial, executive branches. And if it's not held up, tyranny happens. I'm going to ask you this question here right off. Why is identifying and protecting the balance of powers so critical, and particularly so in these days where we see both the federal government and every state executive branches have all declared and are operating right now under some form of suspension of law and literally taking lawmaking authority away from the legislature under this rubric of COVID-19? Talk to us about that delicate balance of power and why it's so critical that it is maintained.
If you don't separate the lawmaking institution from the enforcing of the law institution, from the institution that interprets the law, if you combine all three together as one, you fundamentally have a dictatorship. They have to be separated. You don't want the people who make the laws be the same people who enforce the laws. That's why our Constitution gives the lawmaking power to Congress and gives the enforcement power to the president. You combine those two, you're headed for trouble. One of the first things, and I'm not saying that this is what's going on now, but one of the first things that Adolf Hitler did when he came to power is he operated under a state of emergency. He called the Enabling Acts. And so Nazi Germany functioned as a government for its 12 years of terror under emergency powers. So emergency powers are always a dangerous avenue by which men or women who do not respect the laws of God can become dictators.